as a review of our rates of change, we have f of x2 minus f of x1 over x2 minus x1, or delta y over delta x, where y equals f of x, is the average rate of change of the function f on the interval from x1 to x2. And the instantaneous rate of change at the point A is denoted by dy dx at x equals a, or f prime of a, and this is the limit as x tends to a of f of x minus f of a over x minus a. Now we're going to look at some common uses of this rate of change in the sciences and social sciences. So suppose an object moves along a straight line and its position function is given by f of t, then the average velocity over an interval from a to a plus delta t is f of a plus delta t minus f of a over delta t. And that's just using this formula here that we saw before. So the instantaneous velocity of the object at a is the slope of the tangent line to the position function, and that is the derivative of the function at a. So the velocity at a is f prime of a. The velocity at time t is f prime of t for any value of t, so that's a function in itself, the velocity function, and the speed at time t is the absolute value of the velocity, or the absolute value of f prime of t. The acceleration at time t is the derivative of the velocity, and that's the second derivative of the position function, so that's f double prime of t. So for example, suppose a particle is moving along a horizontal line and the position of the particle at time t is given by s of t, which is t cubed minus 9t squared plus 24t. Then the velocity at time t is going to be the instantaneous rate of change, and it might have positive or negative values. And it's 3t squared minus 18t plus 24. Now the velocity after 3 seconds is what I get when I plug in 3, and this is going to be 3 times 3 squared minus 18 by 3 plus 24. And this is equal to 27 minus 54 plus 24, and that's equal to minus 3. So after 3 seconds, this particle is moving backwards at a rate of 3 feet per second. When is the particle at rest? Well, it's at rest when b of t equals 0. That is when 3t squared minus 18t plus 24 equals 0. And that is when t equals 2, rt equals 4.